you know. Really
Block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, block by block, block by block. Our liberator, our Moses, the Moses of our time. Block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood. Amba must be free. Amba must be free. The leader of the people, the leader of the Ambazonian people, the leader of our generation, the leader of our generation. Oh, Ayamba, block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood. Manwe is Sabi Road. Manwe is Sabi Road. Supply with the egg, supply with the brush, supply with the RPGs, Dr. the liberator of our time. Ambaye.
Ground zero. You don't fight very hard. Fighting not be enough. The Ambazonian Governing Council, they pursue a strategy for give you power back. Now you don't be deprived of power. Now you don't be deprived of opportunity. Now you don't be deprived of hope. The Governing Council will give you your power back. The political power we don't take them from you. Now you must get the power for govern yourself. Now you, me and papa them for ground zero. Now we go be the mayors of Ambazonia. Now you, brothers and sisters for ground zero. Now we go be the mayors and the MPs of Ambazonia. Now we go be the councillors of Ambazonia. The promise of the Governing Council, as we don't start with community schools, we don't move on now, we go now for transition authority. For every single place where the Ambazonia Defense Forces that they operate there for liberated territories, would they institute the Ambazonian Liberation Transition Authority. Now the transition authority, what they call as ADLA, now the umbrella organization where they help the Ambazonian people and the forces for implement liberation self-governance, for give power back to the people. There is no going back to Cameroon. There is no reconciliation with Cameroon. There is no compromise with Cameroon. The Ambazonian people, just like every other people in the world, we must strengthen our institution, make them be stronger, make them be effective, make them be efficient, and give our people the tools for shape their own destinies. In the coming months, we already start for prepare. Elections, they go start for take place for liberated territories. And Ambazonia, for this 2023, they go get the chance, they go get the choice for start for elect their mayors. Power back to the Ambazonian people them. Now, Agovc mission this for give our people for ground self-governance. We be back up by powerful defense force. Not be self-governance for 1954. We not be fit for defend them. A self-governance where they fit defend them. And the difference this. So make everybody get hope. Agovc now equal opportunity for all Ambazonians. And they hope this for the future. Now they light this for the people them. Now the destiny this for Ambazonia. A very stable, trusty, dependable leadership. The world, they count on it. The world depend on it. Ambazonia depend on it. Agovc na the rock for liberation. Oh yes. Now good evening, fellow Ambazonians. The bravest people they are alive today. Papa and Mami them for ground zero. Brothers and sisters them for ground zero. And Ambazonians them way they be spread all across the globe. All man a place day. Una cafe day up. Make we start with the news we come out for the leader office before we enter for our question and answer. We are not say una the waiter, right? Today, leader of our War of Independence, Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba, he don't talk say the governing council of Ambazonia and himself with the leadership, they don't dispatch a delegation for Minnesota for the United States of America, when for the pre-AAC leadership tour it take place for this weekend. And the Agovc delegation, it go meet up with the Agovc leadership for Minnesota, with the Agovc officials for Minnesota, and for the Ambazonian community leaders for Minnesota. The leader don't talk say they encourage all the Ambazonian people them with the day for Minnesota and for all the surrounding cities and states for make all man a come together for the pre-leader tours for the All Ambazonian Conference. The leader talks for defense. It is salute all our forces them for Bui, where they expand their control area and for the strong collaboration with our civilians them. He also talks it is salute the forces them for the kind strong heart where they get them, and for the kind for the strong heart where they get them, and for the work where the forces that they do for Boyo, for make sure say all them they bring back the spirit for fight for Ambazonia. For Bamenda, the leader talks say that he won the family of the Atia family for tell them say make them move their hand for anything will be anti-Ambazonia activities within the city of Bamenda. The leader talks say the Ambazonian people they not go tolerate any person or any group of persons where they violate, where they broke liberation laws. For Boya and for part of Fako, it talks say light in never be there for many weeks, and for Boya, for the city of Boya, the people they live for darkness. It talks say the occupier when the Cameroon Bulu terrorists, when them they thief the Ambazonian people their resources, they don't even fail for even provide people them with small light. Okay, and they need to make the day for them only for thief Ambazonia their resources, for thief Ambazonia people their money, but they need to even put even small money for give the people them even small light. Now where the leader talks, they say their failure for even make sure say people them even for inside city they get light. Since people not get light, it go affect it go get bad consequences them for the way it go affect the economy. It go affect the development for those places. And it talks say La République du Cameroon, it don't take Ambazonia, it turn them into a country where it go back for the 19th century ages. It talks about not only the freedom for under an Ambazonian government, it go help the people them for reclaim their dignity. Not only freedom and independence for the Ambazonian people them, not only ye, it go bring peace. Not only ye, it go bring hope. Not only ye, it go make and say the world and the regions where they surround Ambazonia, they fit depend on that territory. Now with the leader, it talks say, they say, we not fit for the adjust ourselves for accommodate the occupier. It talks say, they say, Cameroon, every day, they fall, they continue for fall, they become more hopeless, way no day them. It talks say, they say, for our resistance where they go on right now, all the people where they don't die, all our people where they suffer, all our people them where they pay this price. May they know say, they say the Cameroon military and the Cameroon army, they go always forever and ever, they no go ever get space for inside Ambazonia. It talks say, they say, a fool, it die many times before it finally die. And that die, the fool, na Cameroon, and their ultimate die, na Cameroon, the end of their occupation. All right? Another one, now the story, now the news will come out for the leader, a desk. For our discussion for today, as we keep to our promise for say, we for diaspora and we for ground zero, now one. We keep to our promise for say, we understand each other, we reason together, we think together, so that people know will get confusion. Some people know to say, oh, me, I understand. Some people know to say, no, me, I don't understand. So don't make and say, every Wednesday, as long as I get time, I go join what people them for make we do question and answer. So today, now when I get the microphone. Today, now when I ask the tough question them. Today, now when I bring una concerns, when I bring the thing the way they worry una, when I bring the thing the way una no understand them. Today, now when I pour una heart, even the good news where they sweet you as things that they move forward, can't talk them. The thing where it really sweet you, wait till they go find where you really like them and you want me to continue for do them, can't talk them. Wait till you think say they need for improve them, can't talk them. Wait till you think say they say according to you, it need for take place. And now wait till be your own. If you do some good work for community, my talk say they say for community we don't realize and say picking the day way mommy don't die, papa don't die. You don't take those picking them, you keep them for your house. Now you feed them, now you make sure say they go for community school. Can't tell with those stories. We also 1 year hopeful stories. We 1 year stories say, oh, picking they go for road, machine jam picking, quarter come out, a carry picking, a go for hospital. We want also hear the good stories. Stories from how do they call them? Stories from how do they call them? Stories from refugee camps. We not tell we stories for refugee camps. We not tell we the good things and we courageous Ambazonians. They all the do them for make life make a stand fine for our refugees. Courageous stories from prison. What you did for prison for all these years, what you don't learn them. And how you spend your time for make sure say your time where you did for prison and not only be wasted, so you go only wake up for morning time, you go only think about your problems. Then I for say, hey, as I did for this place, so I don't know how long I'll be here. But I go want make good use of the time I will be here, so that by the time I want to come up for here, I live here better than when I come. By the time I want to come up for this place, even if I stay in 3 years, even if I stay in 10 years, if I want to come up for here, I will be a better human being than when I become here. Maybe every morning, I go wake up, I go do push-up, I go do squats, I go do sports for keep my health, for keep my heart, for keep my mind strong. We not fit change certain circumstances where they create the conditions who did it. But we fit change ourselves for adjust for those circumstances so that we overcome those circumstances. Things a day for life will not be change. When they catch you, put you for prison, you don't get control over that one. But the things that you get control over, now your attitude as you did for prison, now the way you carry yourself as you did for prison, the way you handle yourself as you did for prison, how you treat yourself as you did for prison, how you spend your time as you did for prison. I get people then for prison where they ask, me they can't give them book. As they did, they study, they read. They read on leadership, they read on international law, they read for understand people them, they read for understand culture, they read for understand even La Republique. People they did it now every week, they can't bring them book, may they new book, may they read them. People they did it now, they learn how to make shoe, fix shoe inside prison. They learn how to fix and back. So not been a way to happen. Now how you deal with what happen. We not feel Cameroon don't impose occupation on Ambazonian people them. Now we now get for develop that resilience, that character for resistance, for resist and chase Cameroon out of Ambazonia. Cameroon want make we be under occupation. Cameroon want make we be under slavery for Cameroon. We, our goal as Ambazonians, now for respond to Cameroon. Our goal as Ambazonians, now for fight Cameroon. Our goal for as Ambazonians, now for resist Cameroon for every means, every way possible. Our goal as Ambazonians, now for make sure say Cameroon not get a breathing space for our land. Cameroon, it don't make us say, make Ambazonia Pekin. You not get power. You not be intelligent. You not be creative. You not be inventive. You not be innovative. Cameroon no one make you prosper. The governing council of Ambazonia, it want make you be a free human being. It want make you get hope. It want make you get a bright future. They want me begin to go for better schools. They live for secure environments. They want make our community they get the cleanest water for drink. They get constant, uninterrupted electricity supply. We get good roads where they will reduce the number of accidents so that it will prevent what people then for die carelessly. We get an economy where give every Ambazonia the chance, as long as you get something for sell them, for do them, for make them, for give our farmers access to international market, so that cocoa where they make them for Kajifu, if you carry that cocoa, we get people then where they go buy them. Bring them for Toronto, Canada, for the international market, for people them, for the world, may they chop that cocoa. For make that cocoa, it go for Tokyo, for Japan. For make what German where they make them. For Bisonabang, Gary where they make them for Chang, palm oil where they make them for Okoyong, for Bacho, from Gucci. They sell them for Washington, D.C. They sell them for New York. They sell them for Amsterdam. They sell them for Helsinki. They sell them for Johannesburg. For all across the globe. How they call them? Ginger, where did they make them? That ginger, an organic one. Or garlic, an organic one. Or potatoes, an organic one. Anything will come off our soil. Now today, the world want them. Cameroon want make you not get power. Cameroon want govern you. Now Cameroon must tell you what for do. Now Cameroon must tell you the kind of law where they must pass on for Ambazonia. Whether they favor what people, they not favor what people them. Now Cameroon must appoint governor. Now Cameroon must appoint DO. Now Cameroon must appoint delegates. Now Paul Biya must appoint governor, appoint DO, appoint SDO, appoint all the delegates, appoint all the big people them. So those people them, they only be as answerable to Paul Biya and to the Bulu Cameroon occupation government. You, the Ambazonian person, they put those people there, not be for your benefit, and for Cameroon benefit. Ambazonia Governing Council, it want end all that nonsense. And you, the Ambazonian papa and mommy, and you, the Ambazonian brother, you where you know your people, you don't go through the pain, you don't go through the suffering. Now you must become the governor for Ambazonia. For all the 13 states, not only the Ambazonian people them, they get the right for elect their own governors. Now only the Ambazonian people, for the 13 states, never again say Cameroon, it go appoint some person for be anything for Ambazonia. Now the Ambazonian people them, they must elect their own governors. Now Ambazonia, they must elect their own MPs. Now Ambazonia, they must elect their own senators. Now Ambazonia, they must elect their own mayors. Now Ambazonia, they must elect their own councillors. Never again say people they go shit down for some place where they not get the consent of the Ambazonian people them. The governing council want to put an end to this foreign rule. With that, the goal of this liberation, as we don't explain it for everybody, now for make sure say we'll give power to the Ambazonian people them. Anyways, when I know make I do my intro monologue, we take this call from the United Kingdom. The comrade for you. Hello.
Am I speaking to Asu Lucas?
You're speaking to Asu Lucas, and we are live on ACN. We are doing a Q&A with the people of Ground Zero. First of all, just hold on. Let's set some basic ground rules for this interaction.
Okay, go ahead.
When you call, we pick up your call, go straight to the point, ask your question or make your comment, and you only have 2 minutes to do so. Those are the basic ground rules. Thank you very much. Go ahead, comrade.
Okay. All right. Thank you. My problem is, or my worry is, are you guys gonna like fill that gap that Capo Daniel has created when it comes to briefings on what is happening on Ground Zero and around or whatever concerns Ambazonia? Capo Daniel used to be my one of my favorite person, but he's really disappointed me. I'm disappointed with him. All what he's done so far, I look at him negatively at the moment. So are you guys gonna really fill that gap? Because there's that void. When there is that gap in communication, people start losing hope and try to like go to where they will get that vacuum or get that vacuum filled. So what are you guys doing with regards to that? Are you gonna be, updating us on a daily basis or regularly? Keep us updated with what is happening on Ground Zero. Is that what you guys are going to be doing?
All right. Thank you very much, comrade from the United Kingdom. Yes, the governing council has created a communication council, and they are putting in place all the mechanisms to make sure that Ambazonians across the territory, especially those on Ground Zero and in the diaspora, are informed on the daily events shaping the liberation. So we're doing our best to make sure that we fill in the gap in many aspects and even do more from what Capo has done using his podcast. It's a great initiative informing our people as he has left the governing council to pursue his own, to do what he wants to do. We'll make sure that we fill in those. All right. So lines are now open for especially our people then for ground zero. Lines are open for we celebrate, make all we make sure say all man know the good things and way that they go on, and so that we fit celebrate and encourage the people that they do them. Tell we what be the good things that they happen for your community. Tell we now also share with we how this liberation they affect una, how una they cope. Now which kind methods una don't create them for make sure say this liberation it become now a time where people will become more powerful, a time where people will become more determined, a time where people will become more resilient, a time where people will become, as they talk, overcomers. Make we take this call from Spain. Comrade from Spain, you got the mic.
Yeah, Mr. Lucas. I beg today, you will just give my 2 minutes because last week you got me short. And then exposure you gave because my speech is hot.
Okay, well, you get your 2 minutes, and now you get your 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. I go start for talk say one leader for Africa, I don't know his name. He say when you fight for the freedom of a black man, how are you one hand there for front the fight, the other one is there for back the fight those way you fight for their freedom. Okay? Me, I know expect say somebody way I don't follow you for the past 3 years for a podcast where the first caller don't talk. Capo Daniel. He come on go for meeting where when I be great for Britain for Canada. He go be interested for go begin taking pictures rather than for concentrate for see what we go for push for the independence of Ambazonia. The thing be very, very surprising. That is Ambazonia and them make all we will shine our eye. Any man will come meet we. They talk, they sing Ambazonia like song. They call international community day in and day out. Today they talk about special status. For carry we back. It like say, it be represent the front child them for today. Where the carry we for go back, go give back for La Republic. We not fit just imagine say, we, who every ambassador be put hope on you. They follow you every day. But you don't carry we, you go put for media water. It disappear. Why black man? The wicked black man. Even they sing every day, the wicked black man. Why are we black people so wicked?
All right, you get your 2 minutes. You get your 2 minutes, and your 2 minutes, it don't finish.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. That one, my comrade for Spain, he don't call for talk what day for he had. Now the Agovc this, now the Ambazonian this way with the build them, to give our people them the chance, the opportunity for express themselves without censor. Okay? And express on ourselves so that we fit all we fit provide on our clarity and we fit provide a sense of direction and guidance. So the lines will be open for all man. They will therefore for answer on a question. We also therefore for give clarity for our concerns and our worry. Any person we need to understand something, feel free for ask. Me and Papa, no matter place where you dey. Now on a TV this, now on a liberation this, as we don't talk the governing council a role and for help the Ambazonian people them, may they take back the power we don't deny them since 1961. For all the liberated territories, election, it can start for elect Ambazonian mayors. Make we take this call from ground zero. our brother or sister from Ground Zero, good evening for you. You get 2 minutes. Go ahead. A call don't drop. Another person, space day, when I call for today, we don't schedule 1 hour, 30 minutes for this conversation for today because make our people get enough time for we forget this interaction, get this exchange. All right. So the lines today, now when I get the mic, and when I go ask the tough question, and me I go give una the answers. Okay. All right. If you also call me, if you be connected with me through my Facebook, call me from Facebook as well. Or you send me, or you just send a WhatsApp message. Maybe you don't want to talk. You don't want to make people hear your voice. Then you fit just send a WhatsApp message, put your question for WhatsApp message, and then I go ask them. I go read them, and then we'll talk them out there. If you need clarity, and then I go give you clarity. Okay? So make we continue before any call if you come in. As we talk, make the people them for Ground Zero. Now we liberation this, the liberation are for benefit and uplift and transform and empower Ground Zero. Power back to the people. Economic power, political power, social power, legal power, all the power them. Where any people, they deserve them. Now we want to get those powers them back. Prosperity power, yes. Money power, okay? Not be only political power. We need to talk not only about position. We talk about economic empowerment. For make sure say Ambazonia produce as many multi millionaires as possible. We want as many young Ambazonian girls them. May they become multi-millionaires. Many young Ambazonian boys. They become multi-millionaires. We want to build a young and a rich country for better life. The opportunity now for everybody. Anything where you feel do them, and if you do them so well, where if you be the best for that thing. As an entrepreneur, you will get the abundance. Young and rich. Young, fine, and rich. Imagine them. You be young, you can't fine, and then you be rich. Life goes sweet. All right? Even if you be old, you be healthy, and you be rich. Their old age, it go over fine. The worst thing for this world is poverty. The worst thing for this world is poverty. We must eradicate poverty from Amazonia. That poverty we poor be put on for our country as a disease. For make our people then hopeless. We must eradicate them. The Agovc now for help Ambazonia them, for train them, change their mind, and teach them how to be a wealthy people, a successful people, a country of hard work. Because we know say with hard work, we will transform our country. La Republique na very lazy people them. All they like to do now for chop bro pot. Take money for country, chop them all, embezzle them all, destroy the country. For Ambazonia, we are all for build. That's why corrupt people not stay for Agovc. Agovc is an organization of patriots and nationalists. Who be a nationalist? A nationalist na a person where he get a love for a country and the people. A nationalist na a person where he get a love for a country and the people. So they only do now the things in which they go advance the country, they go advance the people. As a patriot, a goal now for protect. They be guided by certain principles. They be guided by certain values. They be a nationalist be transparent. A nationalist be accountable. A nationalist be honest. So a nationalist, it not be corrupt. A person will be corrupt, it not be a nationalist. A person will be corrupt, it not be a patriot. So some person of it tell you say it be a nationalist and it be a patriot, but it take soldier their money, embezzle them. It take money for buy bullets for soldier them, chop them. That person not be a nationalist. That person not be a patriot. A patriot need to take money when during fundraising, where people that they send them for gear for the organization for buy forces for the bullet. It no go report them. That person not be a nationalist. That person not be a patriot. That person a scammer. That person a thief. A nationalist, he need to carry himself, he go sell them for the enemy. Maybe he to talk for the enemy privately. And then leave and make the infiltrate and can't infiltrate the organization. That person not be a nationalist. That person not be a patriot. A nationalist be very hardworking. He need to can't occupy a position for occupying a position. Because the only reason why they accept a position now for work hard for the people them. A nationalist not been a person with the talk only for talk. But when they give you small work, you know if you do one. You are not a patriot. A patriot not be corrupt. They give you money for fundraiser, for can't report them. Make they write them down, send receipt for people them. You know report them. You take the money, you shit on, you chop them. You go for back, go contact donors them. Begin to take money from them month to month. You know wherever can report them. Even for place where they do all the things for defense. You cannot put them for your pocket every month. Big money. You be a thief. So the only reason we're there for the organization, now for your own selfish interest and selfish benefit. A nationalist, now person where when the public give you money, even if no man or the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, you come back for that public, you say, look, fellow Ambazonians, I don't receive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, they don't send me money, it don't come out so. Now the money this, I take them, I don't send them for you. Now a nationalist that. Now a patriot that. Any man will take money from the Ambazonian public. Is she not quiet? Now a scammer. Hey, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. Afternoon.
Good afternoon. We are live on ACN and having a direct conversation with our people on Ground Zero. You have been a mentor to all of us. You have been a father and a grandfather. You have been an advisor, someone who really guides us. And from time to time, you always have these very interesting and brilliant ideas. And we thought it would be very useful for you to chip in a word or two to the Ambazonian people, both on ground zero, or maybe you have an advice for leadership. So, sir, you have the mic. Everyone is listening.
Oh, thank you very much, Lucas Asu. Thank you. I appreciate that very well. The name is John Dinga, and my hello to all of you on ground zero, every one of you. I have a little bit of some, call it advice if you wish, but a few points that I dotted and I thought I could share with you. The first one is consultation. Lucas has already mentioned that. I think it's important that whatever bright idea you have, check it with your neighbor, check it with your classmate, check it with your quarterhead. Make sure you don't go it alone. Always check. 2 heads are better than one. That I've learned all through. Second thing, the sky is the limit. Make sure that nobody stands on your way. Nobody should ever, ever stand on your way. Have confidence in yourself. Because when you have confidence in yourself, you aim for the sky and you always get it. Why I say this is because when we joined La République du Cameroon, we had Pa S.T. Muna as the president of the National Assembly. He never went beyond that. We had Pa John Foncha as the vice president. He never went beyond that. Not because he was unable, but because they put a limit to his ability to go beyond. And that is not what we want. No Ambazonia should ever, ever be blocked. That sort of gave me an idea. I left, I went to another home. I have another home in a place called Kenya. It's East Africa. It's about 4 hours from Douala. While there, I integrated myself with the local society. And I discovered there were tribes like Kikuyus, Luos, and I was a Luo. And something struck my attention there too. I found out that the Kikuyus have everything, from Jomo Kenyatta to the so on and so on. The Luos had no chance, even though they were very bright. And I felt really bad. But then something happened. One of the Luos left and went to America, had a child, and the child was called Barack Obama. And Obama rose to become the president of America. And that's why I said that the sky is the limit if there's a determination. These two ideas, I want Ambazonians to pick it up, that sky should be the limit. Nobody should stand on your way. The other thing I should say, which I've observed in Ambazonians, is that, let's say you fall into a pit. What are your options if you manage to get yourself into a pit? Somebody comes by and sends a hand. That person has good intentions and wants to drag you out. What do? Manage to reduce your weight so that you are pulled out, or you draw the person into the pit? I noticed that a lot of people would prefer to drag the person into the pit. Why should I be in the pit alone? Let him come down. That is not a good, healthy attitude. It's a negative one. You don't want that at all. You want to be able to make it possible so that the person, no matter how small a person is, can drag you out. Always do that. And beware of irrelevance. What do I mean by irrelevance? Another word for irrelevance is impertinence. Things that have nothing to do with what we are dealing with at hand. Many Ambazonians have noticed they have this habit of trying to say things or do things which have nothing to do with what's on the ground. The reason is this. If you have this kind of habit, and let's say one day you are chosen to represent your country or your club or anything, you're chosen to go out and represent your country, the other partners take a look at you and they notice that, this guy is very interested in things that have nothing to do with it. They take advantage, they exploit that. Oh, they draw you. And we have an example, a very good example. When we first met French-speaking Cameroon, there was something called the Fumban Conference. Our people came there. What did they do? The first thing for which they came, they put it aside and they went to the party, they were dancing, they were drinking. And at the end of the day, the main thing was in the clouds. And they came back with nothing. This happens right till today. Once you go out, whether you're going for a job or for a negotiation of one kind, make sure you focus on it. Don't let them distract your attention to any other thing. It is the worst thing you want to do. You want to come back and tell your people that, okay, this is what we discussed. This is what I brought back as a result. These are ideas that I thought I should share with you and encourage all of you on Ground Zero. Please don't let anybody stand on your way. Don't let anybody make you look at the people in the diaspora as enemies or anything short. They are partners in business. And that is what I want to say. And I really hope that with what Brother Lucas also has told you, you make the best of yourself and let us see you shine. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, and have a great afternoon. Wow.
Thank you.
Fellow Ambazonians, this one, our papa, our big papa, grandpa, Opa, Dr. John Dinga. All right. So, Pa, we thank you very much, and we appreciate the words of encouragement and advice to the young generation. Some person don't ask a question from Ground Zero. 90 don't talk, say they say. It talks say, then they don't listen for Mr. Tibor Nagy. Say yesterday for Chris Anu a television. And Mr. Tibor Nagy, he don't always talk say Ambazonia they must unite, Ambazonia they must unite, Ambazonia they must unite, Ambazonia they must unite, they must come together for create unity, for be one people and for get one leadership so that the international community it go pay more attention to the Ambazonian people them. Now we go ahead for talk say they say, now which kind action we would take them for bring Mr. Sako, Mr. Anu for the table so that all we feel focus for the struggle than always for be as opposition to each other for make any person be relevant. All right. Very interesting question where this person, he don't ask him, he not talk a name, but he talks a name now, Oga Sunday. All right, Mr. Oga Sunday, make we take this other question and we will join them, answer them. Ground Zero. Comrade for Ground Zero, good evening. You get 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Lucas Ashu.
Good evening, my brother. Right on.
I'm glad to get me on board. I'm in Ground Zero at the Atlantic. Thank you very much. I congratulate people very well. I congratulate all the captain and all the crew members. I have some 2 or 3 questions. Then I'll give some advice to see how we can run up our own homeland. Firstly, about our currency. You people are fighting to put our leaders on board. How about that? What are these people saying about the currency? Because we cannot be keeping enemies in our country and we're using their own currency. Secondly, I congratulate the vice president for his courage. No matter that, that's the last word of Tapo Daniel. I congratulate the vice president for his good work and the collaboration people have there. The president mentioned some time when I heard his speech. He said that all ambassadors should be embedded with our flag in the air, in the sea, and in the land, all over. This land is our land. So our flag should be embedded or even right to our underbed. That is another way of me to see how to fight the enemy. And I congratulate all our boys who are fighting, who carry arms. I congratulations to all of you. Thank you very much. And I want to ask, how can I take part? How can I join the crew member?
All right.
I would like to know how to join the crew member.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We have your phone number. We will be in touch. All right. So the brother don't ask some question and he don't talk some things then. I will join the first question where the other brother ask him about unity and collaboration. We bring Sako and Chris. I know their names and then I will answer this other question. For unity and collaboration, the Ambazonia Governing Council, now a cheerleader, a champion for unity and collaboration. All the conferences where they don't call them from the how they call them, conclave 1 for all the conclave them, the important conclave they don't call them, the Ambazonia Governing Council, Dr. Chuayaba, he don't come out Norway, he go for Nigeria, he attend these conferences for work together. Even the one the way they call them for South Africa, he don't attend them. The one the way they call them for the United States, he don't attend them. They call them for Canada, he don't attend them. When Sako and Chris Anu, when we organize the Canada conference to bring all Ambazonians and for leaders and for Canada, they kill that conference, they go call their own for America. Dr. Cho, the ticket we bought, if you don't buy for bring them for Canada, for Camp Canada, they lost that ticket, they still buy another ticket 1 week later for go for Washington, D.C. Now, which day Sako, Bo Herbert, or any of these leaders, they don't come out, they go for Norway for go see Dr. Ayaba. They get 5 IGs. 5. Why would I need to call those 5 IGs may the first unite? If Sako want unity, if Chris Anu want unity, why the 5 IG they never unite? And the first question that about say Mr. Nagiti, but he talk about say if Ambazonia they not unite, the international community will take them serious. And just 3 months ago, we finished the most significant negotiation between Ambazonia and La République for Canada. So if now this utopian unity way, when I think say if Sako and Cristiano they no day, then unity no day. How it be possible if Sako and Cristiano they be so significant? Then how the Canada negotiation where they bring La République for the pre-talks, it take place. They not be day. Ambazonia secure the biggest victory in the history of the Ambazonian people. They not be waiting when I think say they be. Sako and Cristiano they not be waiting when I think say they be. The test now the Swiss talks where they say now then they must go for the Swiss talk, now then get the Swiss talk, now then they control the Swiss talk. Wait till come out of it from 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. Wait till come out of it for 4 years. Compare them with the Canada talks led by the Ambazonia Governing Council. Within 3 months, we deliver the most significant result for the Ambazonian people. Them. Now the thing that they call and say consequentiality. The kind of unity way when they think about it need to exist anywhere else in the world. Collaboration. We be open to collaborate as an independent organization. The Governing Council be open for collaborate with other movements. We will get bilateral, multilateral relationships with other movements. But we will also pursue unilateral policies for the benefit of the Ambazonian people. Them. For the places where we get common interest with other movements, we go collaborate. For the places who will not get common interest, every movement it go pursue its own political agenda. For come together as Ambazonians for the purpose of unity. It never ever exist anywhere else. And Ambazonia no go be in the first place where the Ambazonia go make laws the way they never ever exist and make things the way they never ever be tested and proven. Not be any person be interested for the liberation. So the last 5 years, 6 years, it don't give all we an indication of those who will be serious for the liberation and those who will not be serious for the liberation. So you know if he talks a person will be serious, may just come on go sit down and unite with a person will not be serious. We must get common interest. Political movements, they must get common interest for collaboration for be possible. I'll give you an example. The APLM of Dr. Akwanga and the Ambazonia Governing Council, they get common interest for self-defense. APLM get forces for Fako and for Fako Meme area. Agovc get forces for Fako Meme area. We get a common interest. So, we collaborate for that common interest. The consortium, it called for the school boycott since 2016. The Agovc, it get a policy for build community schools as alternative. Say we not fit talk say we no want Cameroon schools, and then we just talk say we no want Cameroon schools. We no want Cameroon schools. Then which kind of school the Ambazonia begin they go get them? They go attend them. So Agovc talk say if we talk say we no want Cameroon colonial schools, we must create empowering alternative educational system for meet the aspirations and the dreams of an Ambazonian child. They create the education board. They try to bring other people them on board for say make we work together so that we start to build community schools. They're not since today. The consortium where talks say you know one make the boycott school. Now how many community school consortium don't build them? How many community schools the consortium don't build them for replace the Cameroon colonial schools where consortium talks to make we boycott them? So now which kind of collaboration the Agovc go get and will consortium when it comes to community schools? Now which kind of collaboration Agovc go get and will consortium when it comes to self-defense? When they not get a stake in self-defense, when they never build forces under consortium. Make we take the Sako IG when they talk, we will not bring their name up. Since 2016, so till candidates today, they don't recruit a soldier, train a soldier, arm a soldier, deploy a soldier under their command and control. They never do them. Make we collaborate for it. Make we collaborate on what? Now, which liberation policy? The Sako IG, they don't put them for outside as a liberation policy for Ambazonia. With the Agovc go to say, okay, this policy we will not put them for outside. It they consistent with our own policy. Maybe we work together on that policy. Now, which one? Now, which policy? The ANU IG, it don't put that out for the Ambazonian people them as a liberation policy or a strategy or an action plan for the liberation. With the Agovc go to say, okay, which would pursue that kind of policy? You don't put this policy. It they almost close like our own. Make we see how we collaborate and implement these policies for advance our liberation struggle. So now which one? So now which kind of collaboration we will talk, make Ambazonia they come together for collaborate? Now the problem for this liberation, that kind of empty collaboration need to exist. If you get a business, a farmer will sell, will make jama, you get a table for market, will sell jama. You see how collaboration be possible? When I get something we will not get in common. Collaboration only be possible when people they get common interest. But when people they create organization just for the purpose for empty power and they don't get any interest on the lives of the people them, they don't get any interest on the security of our people them, they don't get any interest on the suffering of our people them. So what type of collaboration are you talking about? And what type of unity are you talking about? We not feel unite with lazy people. A hard-working person and a lazy person, they don't get along. They need to unite. because they go obstruct your progress. Their inferiority complex, their jealousy, it go destroy you. You want other hard-working people then, so that when I feel create a bigger progress together. Make we take we come together. Say make we work together. When SCBC, it be collapse. SCBC of the IG care, they not be fit for pay the bills anymore. The TV don't be abandoned for 6 months. They say, hey, the consortium and IG care and Agovc, may they come together, revive the TV. All them three, they would pay the TV bills, run the TV, and all the three movements, they would be for the TV for communicate with Ground Zero. You see, the Agovc as a national liberation movement, it talk things that are based on the nationalism, the aspirations, the hope of the people them. The IG be interested now for govern the people them. Agovc be interested for liberate the people them. The IG say, no, I must govern the people them. The Agovc say, how you going to govern people that they do under occupation? Make we liberate themselves, them first, before we think about governing them. The IG say, no, I must be government for that people them. Agovc say, look, my brother, I know no place where you don't see this kind of thing. So you see the divergent, the opposing views. One, a philosophy that say, see me as a government, I don't get anything for do with self-defense, I don't get anything for do with community schools, I don't get anything for do with the protection of the people them, I don't get anything for do with the liberation of the people them. I want just be me a government. The other one say, look, it need to exist. Life not like that. If you not clear grass, you burn the grass, you till the soil, you plant, harvest in no day. So you don't feel talk say you want harvest for place where you never clear grass, you never burn grass, you never till the soil, you never plant. You want just go be a harvest. You want just go be a harvester. It need to happen for life like that. The Seseko IG, the Sako IG, the Anu IG, the Marianata IG. Now people where they want harvest for place where they never plant. Harvest it be reserved for the people where they clear field, till the soil. Clear field, burn grass, till the soil, plant, take care of the crops, and then during time for harvest, they go harvest. Harvest only be reserved for people they don't plant. That's so they talk for the big book, not me I talk. That's so they talk for the Bible. Not be me I talk. So make you follow our own law. Make you follow our own prescription. Make you follow our own commandment. The Ambazonian Governing Council, it will bring the Ambazonian people them together through the AAC. The AAC, the All Ambazonian Conference. Whether you do for self-defense or you're not there for self-defense, you go come. Whether you doing that for humanitarian, whether you're not there for humanitarian, whether you're doing that for refugees, whether you stand up for prisoners, we'll get a formula for bring all Ambazonians them together. And that formula, now the All Ambazonian Conference. 1. Now for take all Ambazonians them. No discrimination. As long as you be an Ambazonian and you be person where you believe for the independence of Ambazonia. You be person who believe for the rights of self-determination of the Ambazonian people. We'll get a place where all them, including Sako and everybody. A place where all them will come there. If they choose. You know if you force them. But if they choose a place they AAC, now for place for all Ambazonians and for come together. For start for we, for bring all our ideas them. And as we don't explain them, all Ambazonian Conference, it include all the traditional chiefs and the funds who will not be ever leave the territory. Any fund or any chief will be leave the Ambazonian territory, go for La République du Cameroon and abandon the Ambazonian people them during the time of the liberation, you know go attend AAC. Or you know go send a delegation for represent the chiefs and the fund for AAC. AAC, it will also include all Ambazonian women, mami them, the women them from Ambazonia, all the youth from Ambazonia. They will include them. All the victims of war, all the people where they don't burn their house them, where they are picking, they don't die. The victims of war, they will be represented. The prisoners, they will be represented. The refugees, they will be represented. All our NGOs, they will be represented. All the factions and segments and constituencies of our communities across the 13 states, they will be represented. And a place for all Ambazonians, for Shidon, all we talk say, now waiting, all the people that don't be affected, they be victims of this war. Now waiting, then they will need them. Waiting be important for them. All the people that don't burn their house them. The people that don't destroy their businesses. Now what it be important for them? We take all these needs, all these wants, we write them all down. The people who are there for prison. Now what it be the most important thing for them? What it be their own outcome? What it they want them as part of the negotiation process? The refugees. What it be important for refugees? We take all these things. Our NGOs down. What is important? Mommy, we did not pay the biggest price for this war. Now it matter to the mother. For this matter for me. Now what mommy the things be important for Ambazonia? What papa the things be important for Ambazonia? What about the custodians of our cultures? Our chiefs and our funds? This papa and mommy them, when they protect our cultures. Now, what do they think say it matter for we as a people? And how will we protect that culture for an independent Ambazonia? We'll go take all these things and we'll put them all together for a big book. We work, take them all. For the activists, where people when they don't be the frontline communicators. What about the brave warriors when they fight the liberation war? What's it matter for them? Now all these things, AAC, it be meant for bring everybody, the political movement. What's it be important for Agovc? What's it be important for all these IG them? What's it be important? Now, what's it be their own outcome where they want make? We'll get them. The various communities, what's it be important for them? We take them all, factor them in. We carry them now. As we go for negotiation, we need to just go negotiate for the freedom and independence of Ambazonia. But we must make sure, say, the victims of war, Cameroon pay for it. The people that don't burn all their houses, Cameroon pay for it. These thousands of Ambazonians, we don't jail them unjustly, Cameroon pay for it. All what timber them were resources we don't thief them, render the community useless, Cameroon pay for it. So AAC 1, now that utopian unity, we will define them, we'll get the formula for it. Dr. Chodon come up with a brilliant formula for a place where all man go get a voice, a place where all man go count, and a place where all man it go matter. Now for AAC. But for the operational aspect of the liberation, collaboration go only be now for things where all we will get a common interest. If we get a common interest with a certain movement, they be interested for the things where we think they matter for the liberation, we go collaborate for them for that thing. If another organization, another movement they out there, where it did also do community, it build community schools, then we go collaborate with that movement on the expansion and the building of more community schools. or for exchange, for help them with their curriculum where they already design them. May they take them, they implement them for the community school so that Ambazonia, picking them across the territory, they'll get a uniform system of education all across the territory. Okay. And the kind of collaboration this would pursue. We need to pursue the kind impractical collaboration anymore. We pursue now a practical collaboration who will deliver specific and measurable results where it could benefit the Ambazonian people, it benefit the liberation, and it benefit the movements that be involved for that collaboration. Utopian collaboration or this illusionary collaboration or loose collaboration just for the purpose of unity and collaboration, the Ambazonia Governing Council will not get the time for waste time and will not get the time for waste time because it's a waste of time as we don't see them in the past. Now we must pursue practical collaboration. You show me what you the offer and for the liberation. If not be so, get out of our way. All right? Liberation not been as on tin for just for talk. Liberation is a serious matter because the lives of our people them they on the line. Not been only for people them for create a TV channel and call themselves a government. Liberation about for end the suffering and the pain of the people them. For end the killings of our people them. If you not be interested for weighty matter for our people them, then get out of the way of the Ambazonia Governing Council. If not, we could bulldoze you for liberate our people then. For the one way the brother talk about currency now an international policy, an international matter. We go get a policy, a currency, now when they don't grant with that independent. Right now, if you create a currency, you just create a currency now for the purpose for create a currency like the IG. It'll be as useless as anything. Once they don't grant you independent, they integrate you within the community of nations. At that time, if you come up with your own monetary policy, so that we wanna go design and we go factor them for make sure say when people fit do international trade, and if it be accepted by other countries them and other you too if you accept other country their own currency. I will leave our people for the Ambazonia Economic Council. We Agovc don't create them for look into all these things them and start to work into all these things them. We'll leave them, make that in the feed, give a detailed answer for this kind of things and not be an expert on currency. So if you only talk now only just for the surface level of things. All right. You talk about Dr. New, thank you very much. And you talk about our flag, make it be everywhere. We think it's a very good thing. And as you know, we'll be people there as you see, even as I talk right now, there's a flag behind me. Anytime any place we'll go for meeting, might tell us something. Story. When we be go for the meeting, for the negotiations, for the pre-talks negotiation with La République du Cameroon, for all the movements where they be go there. The APLM, the IGK, the APLM go there, the IGK be go there, the movements, what they call them, the Team Act, they be there, they send delegates. Even the IG of Marianata, they be also take part. For all this Ambazonian movement, no Ambazonian movement, it come for that place with an Ambazonian flag. None. The Governing Council of Ambazonia be the only movement where enough you go for a meeting with Ambazonian flag not there for table. When we bring our flag, it almost be a problem because the other one they say no, they not bring Ambazonian flag, and we tell the government of Canada and the United Nations, if Ambazonian flag is not there for inside this room, for on top what table, we no go participate for the discussions. We no go participate with the negotiations. La République du Cameroun, we the tell them say no one want flag. The only reason no one want flag because they not be ready for accept Ambazonia as Ambazonia. But guess what? We insist Canada and the United Nations, they say, okay, no problem. Una flag, now una identity, if una want, maybe for table. So you must, as you don't talk, my brother, it be very important for live what you believe in, stand on what you believe in, practice what you believe in. Our flag, now our flag. And everywhere we would go, as you don't talk, you don't write it, talk. Whether now under bed, on top bed, under mattress, all across our family, our homes. As I did for my office, I get like 3 Ambazonian flags. My workspace where 3. It's just there for corner. One day for the other corner, one day for the other corner, one day for middle. 3. And if you go for a meeting where the leader send me, where the organization send me for represent Ambazonia, with that flag, come with me. As I the shidon, place where the shidon, they put the flag for corner. And then I put the fire for Ambazonia Governing Council for corner the flag. So you be correct. All Ambazonians, una buy una flag, una carry una flag, defend your nationality by all means necessary. All right. People, they send messages. They say, PS. They send messages. One can call you. One can call you. One can talk for you. One can talk for you. Who's una day? Una time this una call no. Una call. We'll get a. We give 1 hour, 30 minutes for these calls. So when I bring all una question them, I think say when I be get very tough questions. Let me say that outing for last week, it be answer all una question. Or my presentation for yesterday, it be answer all una question. I not get any more question for me because you don't answer all the question. But if you get any concern or you get a strategy where you want share them, we'll be very open for that strategy. Another thing I want to talk about unity. The governing council, it work for unite all our forces across the territory. We work for make sure they work together. All right? So no man no need for worry or for shake. At the time this way, me would call on all una. Una start for hold all these movements. Una start for hold all these groups them where they talk say that they speak on our behalf. Una start for hold them accountable. Just like when they hold the Agovc accountable, and I wanna be so strict for Agovc, I wanna get high expectations for Agovc. Wanna begin to hold all these movements accountable. And make una not live them. Make people just talk for una and lie for una anyhow. Because the Ambazonian way would try for build them, we would build them. Now an Ambazonian way accountability will be there. Once you step up for talks, you want to do something for the public, accountability go be. Transparency go be. So that we will not leave them lone wolves. Take money from public and chop them. And Ambazonia don't pay a huge price since 2016. This liberation for don't go far. Develop a culture for hold yourself and the public accountable. Any man we talk say he get the business, he want be for self-defense and he get forces. Make they show you their forces first before you give them money. Make una learn from the mistakes of how Eric Tato can for una. Say get forces and collect thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars from una and he chop them. And the magbaretas. And then come the scammer of all scammers. Sakwe comment. It tell una say get forces. Till today. Una never even one. Una need to see them. When some person come up outside tell una say I get forces. Agovc not be talk say I get forces. They show una why. Any man will say get forces before you give $1. Make they show you the forces. Good evening, comrade.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, PS.
Yo, comrade. Good evening.
What's up, bro?
My brother, yeah. Would they live? Would you get an interaction with Ground Zero? So now you get something for talking with Ground Zero. You get a word of encouragement for Ground Zero, or you get a question for me.
I always love your presentation.
Thank you very much, bro.
Okay, I got one question where I want to ask you.
Yeah.
This our mayors, where in our program zero, how do you handle that? So that the public no will catch them.
Your line be the break, so no hear the question. Your line the break. We need to hear what you talk. Maybe we'll see if we call you back. Maybe it go better. Yeah, what on network be better pass it on.
Hello.
Hello. We'll not be hear that question, so we'll call you back. We'll call you back for things. Say maybe our own network will better pass your own. So go ahead.
Okay. This one makes them one that how do it work? How do it take succeed? So La Republic no go cash them. My question there.
All right. Thank you very much. I think so. We'll get your question. Make we repeat your question. You talk say these elections, who they talk about self-governance, for give power back to the Ambazonian people for Ground Zero, and we talk about say the Agovc, the plan for organize elections and for Ambazonia, then for Ground Zero, for organize elections, for choose their own mayor. For choose their own mayor. Now, how we go fit organize those elections? And if we don't, if those mayors they don't be elected for liberated territories, how we go make and say La Republic not catch them? The answer be very simple, but it also be a little bit straightforward. Number one, we then have for a point where we get liberated territories, and we do everything humanly possible for make sure say La Republic, because as we talk liberated territories. Now territories where we will get 100% control of those territories. We'll get static control. Okay? So now for those territories now, where we'll get static control, we'll get full control. Now for those territories where we don't start for build Ambazonian institutions. And as we don't explain them, the reason why forefathers they failed in the past, they build institutions without an army for defend them. We got a strong force on the ground for defend those institutions. We need to take unnecessary risk. Everything we do, it be well calculated, well studied, and well researched. The decisions not been a way to make them. Now the community and the forces under the transition authority, now then they make this decision for the Ambazonian people them, for themselves. The Agovc, now the engine for guarantees the sovereignty of Ambazonia. The Agovc, now the engine for guarantee the independence, that self-governance. The Agovc, now the political rock for help the people them make they take back full control of their territory and start for rebuild their own lives. Now, only the Ambazonian people know what they want, what be good for them, what go meet their own, give them hope, give them, fulfill their own human needs, as they call them. The kind communities where they want them. Not only them. The days when La Republique it decide what is good for Ambazonia don't be over. That's why we'll get into a liberation struggle for kick Cameroon out, dismantle their institutions, create our own institutions, when are the Ambazonian people that will be in charge. This is Agovc. Agovc this. The Ambazonia this. Will be very confident for place where they power back to the Ambazonian people them. That the people themselves, they don't liberate, they don't fight and liberate the land. They don't make the progress for secure those territories. They know the kind of security so they don't put them. Place the day way for inside Ambazonia La Republique not fit pass with anymore. Okay? When we build our institutions, we must defend them. And we'll get now the means, we'll get the capacity for defend those institutions. Again, I talk this one, make all Ambazonians they take them very serious. Every person, you must stand for defend your nationalism. You must stand for defend your sovereignty. If we not build those institutions and create those elections, the world will still Cameroon for help. We talk say make the help Cameroon, make Cameroon come back from Ambazonia. So even if they did make negotiation, it will be a 50-50. You must take power back. If you not take that power, the world will help Cameroon for create an arrangement of 50-50 and we will divide that power.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
We salute you, my brother.
Yeah, good evening.
Evening for you.
Yeah. My own question where they ask now say now where this crisis on there for this level. And we are the leaders there, we are not decide to unite. Wait to be the way forward. Because it's like we don't retire. That's it.
Okay. If you stay for phone, that's fine. But if you also drop, I will answer your question. Thank you very much for the question. I just finished for talk about unity about 5 minutes ago, and we get another person where they call for unity. The first question I want to ask you: liberation, it didn't for ground. Liberation not there for diaspora. So how diaspora make you? Will liberation there for ground for say you don't tire? That's the first thing that. The second thing we don't talk about unity. As I don't explain them, I want to make will be very clear. Would you pursue a unity for deliver results? The Agovc it pursue unity. The purpose of unity or the purpose of any unity or any collaboration now for produce a greater result than what one organization fit do. Oh, my repeat. The reason why people they want unite. Now say what you fit do and me one, and what you fit do and with two, what you fit do and with two, it go be far more greater than what each of us if we do them by ourselves. Now the reason that way, countries that they create alliances, organizations that they create collaboration, and they create this unity. When I call them, organizations that they create this collaboration for work on projects. The kind of unity where Ambazonian, where they don't deceive what people them in the past. Now unity now only for mob. Say you take all these 50 movements. Most of them you don't even know who create them. What they stand for, you don't even know. What they do for the liberation, you don't even know. And you talk, say, make all them, they can unite. May they unite to do what? May they unite to achieve what? You don't know the organization, your own objective. That organization never define what be the purpose of its existence. The organization never define what be the reason for their existence. They don't get anywhere where if you trace why did they exist. They never carry out any action for demonstrate why did they exist. Then you go Shidon, you say make all man come together, unite. Because you sleep, you dream. Say, hey, if all man just unite, then they will give you independence. Ambazonians will not be unite before La République occupy Ambazonia. Ambazonians will not be unite before La République invade Ambazonia. Ambazonians will not be unite before La République declare independence on the Ambazonian people them. I mean, it declare war on Ambazonia. And it declared genocide on Ambazonia. The forces, they not be wait until Ambazonians, they unite before the forces, they rise up for defend Ambazonia. Before the forces, they rise up for defend Ambazonia. Ambazonia, they not be unite before self-defense. It become the instrument of the liberation. Every Ambazonia is see the necessity of self-defense. And he embraced the philosophy of self-defense and wait till self-defense go achieve them. They not be wait, make 50 organizations, they go shit down for some place, and then they unanimously agree before they start self-defense. Leadership now the capacity to get a vision for the people. You must ask yourself, which of these movements where you talk to me they unite, now which vision they don't give for you? Now what did they offer you for your liberation? So before you want to say make A and B unite, find out what A and B get them in common. Because we go only unite now for produce a greater result than what we will produce for ourselves. So we go unite with people that get a common interest on specific things. Those who they get forces on the ground will get a common interest for work with them for self-defense. Those who they be interested for make sure say those forces they be well armed, well equipped, well supplied, well coordinated, and well taken care of. We'll go work with those ones. People they no one hear about self-defense, they no one donate $1 for self-defense. We'll go unite with them for self-defense to do it, my brother. Make us stop for life for ourselves. Now we the hold ourselves back. And the Agovc, the pursue na practical collaboration for deliver bigger results. Yes. Practical collaboration for deliver bigger results. We'll go collaborate and unite with people who get common interest. But the generic unity, it need to exist for anywhere for this world. Even for heaven, generic unity need to exist. Unity must be on purpose and a plan. Any movement will be interested for the liberation of Ambazonia, for stop Cameroon making no kill our people anymore, will be open. What doors of Agovc they be open for those movements, because we'll get a common interest. The people that they be interested for community schools, for give power back to the Ambazonian people through the transition authority, we'll go get a common interest for give power back to our people them. the Agovc not be interested for the noise out here with some people that they declare themselves to be government. The government must be the government, and the Ambazonian people on the ground, they will create that government. We will not get any government for outside. The people that fight the war, the people that go through the pain, no man will come out somewhere. It can't be a mayor because if he run for some place, declare himself mayor. Now, only you, the Ambazonian people, you must elect your mayor on the ground. Agovc na for give power back to the Ambazonian people them. Agovc not there for impose power on the Ambazonian people. And Agovc go fight any movement and all movement with the attempt for recreate Cameroon for inside Ambazonia. We fight this liberation struggle now for stop all that nonsense. We Yaoundé must decide what is good for Ambazonian people. Yaoundé must decide what to be good for the people of Kumbo, what to be good for the people of Manfe. Now the people of Kumbo, they know what to be good for the people of Kumbo. Now the people of Manfe know what to be good for the people of Manfe. So at the appropriate time, not only the people for those communities, they feel elect their own mayors, councillors from those communities. The Ambazonia Governing Council, it work now for out here, for create the conditions necessary and build the instrument and infrastructures for empower our people on the ground for self-governance. Power must given back to the Ambazonian people then. No man no go impose power on you. I know you can't shit down for here. I come out, I tell you, say, be a mayor. I there for Toronto. I want can be a mayor. Me I there for Toronto. But I want can be a mayor. Why you want can accept that kind of thing? We must eliminate this La République du Cameroon, their slavery mentality. Now you must get the belief, you get the right for being mayor of Ambazonia. And Agovc won't give you the right. The power they don't deny you, you must get them. Now you, mommy, you go be mayor of Ambazonia. Now you, papa, you must be mayor of Ambazonia. You must be mayor for your own community. You must be the councillor for your own community. Now you go know what to be good for that community. The Agovc, now the opportunity for make this possible for the Ambazonian people then. All right. If I not get any other call, then I will talk, say, we don't come to the end of today's conversation. Since when I not get plenty question for me, then I no need for talk plenty. Right? When I save me time, make I go take care of my own business for the day. So for now, I want to acknowledge all the people that don't bring on a question there. As we don't talk. When we come for address and talk for our people, then there is no limit. When I ask the question, I will give the honest answer. One thing we need to play with our people, then we not like lie. We will tell una as it's supposed to be. Even if for now, you know, not been something where if you shock some of una. But when you really think what you don't talk and you reason out, you say, yeah. It makes sense. The purpose of collaboration is for produce a greater result than one of the movement they fit deliver. So it makes sense. Say not only movement where they get common interest, they get common position on the same issues. Now those movements they feel really get a genuine collaboration. We could be more practical. We believe for practical collaboration so that we'll defeat Cameroon as soon as possible and kick them out as soon as possible. Forgive our people them. Their country back. Some person they call. Out of love and respect, I'll take a call. I will make my closing remarks when you call. Anyways, your call don't drop, and thank you very much. I know we'll take any more call. What talk for today don't come to an end. I hope say when I don't enjoy them. I hope say when I honor this sincerity, we will get them for serve the public. I hope say when I get this, when I love this openness with the governing council get them. For no lie, when I say we will get the kind unity and don't not get them. Like for be honest, for what to be real, what to be truthful, what to be honest, and what to feel pursue. We'll not get time again for waste time. For things that we don't ever work. We don't ever work. If you work, make the one the way they talk say if you work for them, make the show we say then SSF, they don't unite. If the 5 IGs till today, they didn't even talk for each other. But now we will be open for all of them. So if we get common interest with any of the movement, we'll get concrete discussions on how to advance those common interests for the benefit of the Ambazonian people there. Everything we must do, it must be practical. Things and for theories. Just for fool the people that say, would you collaborate? Not be 2022 this, now not 2023. It take practical actions for find people the way if we trust them for all we for go represent Ambazonia and speak as one for Canada talks. So we know how to do this work. And I trust the leadership. When I get a good night. Thank you plenty.
Block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, block by block, block by block. Our liberator, our Moses, the Moses of our time. Block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood. Amba must be free. Amba must be free. The leader of the people, the leader of the Ambazonian people, the leader of our generation, the leader of our generation. Block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood. Manway Sabi Road, Manway is Sabi Road. Supply with the eagle, supply with the bush, supply with the RPGs, the liberator of our time. Ambaye.
The state only derives legitimacy if it can show that the reason upon which it was established, it can be fulfilled. The protection of the security and safety of the people. The people is what you call the nation. The state is a reflection of the political institutions established by the nation to ensure the safety, security of the people. That's the primary reason why a state exists. And when a state fails to fulfill those obligations, it has no political legitimacy. That is why on issues of a nation, they say a people faced with these circumstances have a right to self-determination, to establish another political system over themselves to guarantee for them and their society security, safety, and conditions within which they can live in affluence. Has Cameroon guaranteed for Ambazonia our safety and security for the past 62 years? In dismantling our economic institutions that would have given us an opportunity for economic security and safety? by dismantling and abandoning our health system that would have guaranteed for our people health security, by dismantling our political institution that would have established all the other institutions that would have guaranteed for our people our freedoms and rights under the Constitution and under natural law? Has Cameroon guaranteed for us environmental security, human security? Are our roads in such a way that you can drive in safety? As an occupying power, Cameroon has failed in all forms to guarantee for our people any form of security. And do you think under these circumstances such a regime should still exist over us? The foundational basis of political legitimacy does not exist. The second form of political legitimacy is contingency, derived through processes like elections. They come time and again and say, give us the right to torture you, to burn your villages, to murder you, to rape your children, to extort your resources. And in the past, you went to the polls, you cast your ballot, they never counted. You voted mayors who never took seat because government delegates oversaw urban councils. You voted people for presidency who were denied and locked up. And 6 years ago, we decreed every election organized by an occupying power illegal in our homeland. They've lost contingency legitimacy. Cameroon organizes election to derive from you, through an illegal consent, legitimacy to decide your destiny and those of your kids. We denied them 6 years ago. We denied them a few months ago. Ambazonia is free. What we do now is to create the conditions within which you can feel that freedom. You can exercise that freedom, either in terms of your right to vote and that vote be counted, representatives whose tenure will be felt in terms of economic development, tangible results that you can measure quantitatively. That is why we will be organizing our first elections in Ambazonia this year. I will spell out the details tomorrow. I know you will be asking questions. Is it time? Yes, it is time to ask our communities to elect their own representatives, to take care of their schools, to manage their health systems, their infrastructures, to develop systems that can make our people survive in times of war. Yes, it is time. It is time because we cannot also allow our forces defending our borders and our territory to become the police, the managers of conflicts. And we cannot say we are free, depend on the institutions of the enemy. We must create ours. Independence means independence.
Block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, block by block, block by block. Our liberator, our Moses, the Moses of our time. Block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood. Amba must be free. Amba must be free. The leader of the people, the leader of the Ambazonian people, the leader of our generation, the leader of... Further.